protesters rally across Iran in third week of unrest over Aminis' death.
Here's a summary of the article.
Dubai. October 1. Protesters rallied across Iran and strikes were reported throughout the country's Kurdish region on Saturday as demonstrations ignited by the death of a woman in police custody entered their third week. The protests, sparked by the death of Mahsa Amini, a 22-year-old from Iranian Kurdistan, have spiraled into the biggest show of opposition to Iran's clerical authorities since 2019, with dozens killed in unrest across the country. A video posted on social media appeared to show protesters giving flowers to members of the riot police in Tehran, a recreation of Iranians winning over the military to their side in the 1979 Islamic Revolution. In Madrid, an Iranian woman cut her hair during a protest attended by dozens of people, echoing demonstrations in Iran where women have also been waving and burning their veils during demonstrations. Iran's currency neared historic lows reached in June as desperate Iranians bought dollars to protect their savings, amid little hope Tehran's nuclear deal with world powers would be revived and concerns over the economic consequences of the unrest. Iranian authorities say many members of the security forces have been killed, accusing the United States of exploiting the unrest to try to destabilize Iran. Fearing an ethnic uprising, and in a show of power, Iran launched rocket and drone attacks on targets in Iraq's Kurdish region this week after accusing Iranian Kurdish dissidents of being involved in the unrest.
This post received a score of 12,000, with an upvote ratio of 98%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Hope Iran's younger generations can seize control of their own future.
This may be one of the most inspirational protests I've seen in my lifetime. To have an entire country erupt against a tyrannical dictatorship, this is going to spur a whole generation of films, stories, and hopefully brighter future for the people of Iran.
I agree, except we have seen very little of it in the mainstream media. Not sure why, but feels bad.
It does feel bad.
Don't want to give people of other countries ideas.
As of 4 p.m. Tehran time on October 1st, protests in #Iran have spread to over 170 cities in all 31 provinces. Over 400 people have been killed by the mullah's security forces. Sources also report over 20,000 arrested protesters.
I'm not an expert, but that doesn't seem like a great way to quell concerns about injustices.
Oppressing people to the point they feel like they can't rebel at all because if they do, they'll die as a tactic as old as time, and while it may not quell the concerns of injustice, it quells to call for the injustice to be rectified. Up until they know they will die anyways.
After seeing pictures of the children of all of these leaders in Iran in bathing suits in skimpy tops and living it up in European countries. These are their kids, and now they're forcing the people of this country to completely cover up, but their children are fine going around wearing next to nothing.
One of my parents is from Iran and said the same exact thing to me over the phone recently. Rules for thee but never for me. These kids have absurd amounts of money too and are partying it up all over the place while the true citizens suffer and perish in the streets. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Question mark, 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 question mark.
As a parent, I would just like to highlight, their kids were born into this lifestyle. Their parents are to blame for all of this. I know that's what everyone probably understands, but I would hate to see attacks on the kids of the people responsible for their parents' actions.
Don't worry, they'll be just fine. Perhaps they owe it to their fellow countrymen, who are dying in the streets, to do the bare minimum, like speaking out. After all, they benefited from a system that forces a lifestyle they don't even abide by themselves. Granted, they don't bear direct responsibility, but they did benefit from a system that metes out violence upon innocent people. We in the West also benefit from a system of imperial violence, but perhaps out of a sense of self-preservation, we choose not to rectify this. Imagine losing your stranglehold on a country because you wanted to make women wear hats.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.